as they learned to respond to commands without hesitation. As they mastered the art of drill and began to work as a team, this group developed a collective sense of pride in themselves and in their unit. Watching this model company perform, observers were amazed to see how quickly and efficiently the troops could be massed and maneuvered into different battle formations. Later, members of this model company were assigned throughout the regular Army to teach drill. It was through this simple emphasis on drill that the effectiveness and efficiency of Washington's Continental Army were improved. In 1789, Baron von Steuben wrote the American Army's first field manual, the regulations for the order and discipline of the troops of the United States. The drill procedures placed into effect at Valley Forge were not changed for over 85 years, and many of these same procedures are still in use today. One form of drill is the salute. Since early times, men of arms have used some form of a salute as an exchange of greeting, the most popular of which has been the hand salute. This exchange has been preserved, and its use continued in all modern militaries, which you inherit their traditions from the age of chivalry. Throughout today's ceremony, you will see the airmen presenting arms as one form of the military salute. The civilian counterpart of the salute is manifested in various ways, such as placing the right hand over the heart when the national anthem is playing, or raising the hand when greeting a friend. The military salute is given in the same manner, as a gesture of recognition and a friendly greeting to a comrade in the honorable profession of arms. To maintain the proper decorum and respect for such events as these, we ask that you abide by the following standards while you are here. First, there will be times that you will be asked to stand for the invocation, the playing of the national anthem, the playing of the Air Force song, the reciting of the oath of enlistment, and the airman's creed. Second, we ask that you remain silent during these times, reflecting on the price that has been paid for our freedom. Third, we ask that you pay respect to the flag during the national anthem and as it passes during the review. Military members in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. Civilians should stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. After the last note of the national anthem and after the flags have passed, you may then return your hand to your side. We also ask that all cell phones and other electronic devices be silenced at this time. As the flights pass in review, applause is appropriate, but please limit that applause so that others may hear the narration of the names and hometowns of the military training instructors. Please reserve the strictest respect during our oath of enlistment. During this oath, airmen pledge their lives to support and defend the Constitution and our country. For the safety and comfort of those around you, we ask that you remain in place until our distinguished guests have left the reviewing stand and departed the area. Restroom facilities are located in the buildings on either side of the parking lot, and during this morning's ceremony, smoking and the consumption of alcoholic beverages is not permitted. Please be cautious when ascending and descending the bleachers. Please use handrails where available and watch for tripping, slipping, and falling hazards. Please do not go onto the grassy areas when taking photos during the ceremony. The flights before you today are named after Air Force pioneers who have made significant contributions to our enlisted heritage. They have special meaning to all airmen, especially those who are transitioning from civilians to airmen, warrior airmen of character. Today's graduates make up these heritage flights and will continue to shape our Air Force. And now I'd like to take a moment to inform you on specific flight locations on the parade field. As viewed from the bleachers, from your left to your right, the first 4 heritage flights to pass and review today are from the 323rd Training Squadron, Blue, Roy, Cody, and Mathis flight. Next are Vinegar and Blake flight from the 321st Training Squadron. In the center of the parade field is the 737th Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps, Murray flight from the 321st Training Squadron. The flight selected to carry our national, state, and territorial flags is from the 320th Training Squadron, McCoy flight, followed by Andrews and Parrish flight. The next 2 flights are to Pratt Waldo and Harlow flight from the 324th Training Squadron. The last 2 flights to pass and review today are from the 322nd Training Squadron, Erie and Wright flight. At this time, please find a place to sit. Thank you, and to enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the entrance of our official party. please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain McCafferty.
Please join with me. Almighty God, we thank you for this happy occasion that brings us together as fellow airmen, leaders, families, and friends. We rejoice with these graduates on this special day of achievement and celebration. We ask for your blessing on these young men and women who have worked many difficult weeks, have given so much of themselves to arrive at this moment. We thank you for their families and the sacrifices they've made to make this day possible. We ask that you would fill their hearts with pride as they witness the fruit of their labor. We also pray that you would give to their leaders and instructors a sense of accomplishment for their faithful and dedicated service to these graduates. Grant these airmen strength that they may remain steadfast in the causes of truth, justice, and freedom, and may they always bring honor to the Air Force, to their families, and to themselves. This we ask in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain McCafferty. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's Basic Military Training Graduation Parade. We would like to introduce you to our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony, the Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Colonel Jason Carruthers. Representing the Superintendent, Air Force Basic Military Training, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Chief Master Sergeant John Kristoff. Today's reviewing officer is the Commander, 91st Missile Wing, Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota, Colonel Colin Connor. Also in attendance with us today, the Command Chief Master Sergeant, United States Air Force's Central Command, Southwest Asia, Chief Master Sergeant Joseph Montgomery, accompanied by his wife, Tammy. The Command Chief Master Sergeant, Air Force District of Washington, and when activated, the 320th Air Expeditionary Wing, Joint Base Andrews, Maryland, Chief Master Sergeant Tommy Mazzoni. The Command Chief Master Sergeant, 91st Missile Wing, Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota, Chief Master Sergeant John Burks. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 37th Training Wing is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. The airmen who will pass the review today have completed a demanding 7.5-week training program from Air Force units throughout the world with trained airmen. Part of this training includes the time-proven concepts of military customs and traditions, of which this parade is a vital part. All graduating airmen will also march over the Enlisted Heroes Walk. They will lead the way for thousands of airmen that will follow, all reflecting our enlisted heritage, tradition of honor, and our legacy of valor. Our Commander of Airmen is Technical Sergeant Ruby Asado, Military Training Instructor, 321st Training Squadron. Colonel Connor will review today's ceremony.
Pitch hot.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating airmen passing in review today represent a portion of the 39,000 recruits who will complete basic military training this year. The 737 training group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the enlisted corps of the greatest Air Force in the world. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Air Force. The flights you will view today are a representation of the enlisted force. Each flight represents an enlisted member of the Air Force who has embodied our core values and contributed to its heritage. Our graduates turn left onto the bomb run to pass and review. They will march over the Enlisted Heroes Walk. The airmen recognized on the pavers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States Air Force in armed conflict, including present-day operations in Afghanistan. They include 7 Medals of Honor, 28 Air Force Crosses, and 190 Silver Stars awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all airmen to execute their duties courageously and with honor in their service to this great nation. Armed with the knowledge of our path, the airmen will exit the Heroes Walk by marching over the blue line, signifying their accession into the greatest air power in the world. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the 737's Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps, Murray Flight from the 321st Training Squadron, performing today under the direction of Technical Sergeant Douglas Koss, hometown Delanople, Pennsylvania. These airmen are also in basic military training, but have been hand-selected to perform for ceremonies of this type. We would like you to notice our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass in review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. Once the flags have passed in review, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all of our guests the opportunity to view the flights as they pass in review. the 323rd Training Squadron, representing a Medal of Honor recipient, mass display, led by Technical Sergeant Anna Burkholter, hometown Carlisle, Pennsylvania. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, number 9, Vinegar Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Jarvis Wilson, hometown Memphis, Tennessee. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing the first woman in the Air Force, Lake Flight, led by Master Sergeant Skylar Hunt, hometown Gulfport, Mississippi. The squadron selected as our color guard is from the 322nd Training Squadron, led by Master Sergeant Hilda Zamora, hometown El Paso, Texas. Flights selected to carry our national, state, and territorial flags are from the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master of the Air Force, number 6, McCoy Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Derek White, hometown Jackson, Mississippi, and Technical Sergeant Chad Deal, hometown Johnstown, Pennsylvania. The B Squadron Commander is Technical Sergeant Jonathan Torres, Military Training Instructor, 321st Training Squadron, hometown San Antonio, Texas. On the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master of the Air Force, number 7, Andrews Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Janelle Buchanan, hometown Madelot, Trinidad, and Tobago. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master of the Air Force, number 8, Parish Flight, led by Master Sergeant Ruben Trejo Sanchez, hometown Rapid City, South Dakota. From the 324th Training Squadron, representing the 1st Female Combat Arms Major Command Program Manager, the Pratt Waldo Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Lester Wilson, hometown Colorado Springs, Colorado. From the 324th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master of the Air Force, number 2, Harlow Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Natalie Sneed, hometown Millington, Tennessee. From the 322nd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master of the Air Force, number 1, Aerie Flight, led by Master Sergeant Justin Triggers, hometown Athens, Alabama. From the 322nd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master of the Air Force, number 18, Wright Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Francisco Vila, hometown Clovis, New Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the United States Air Force song. Over the last 7.5 weeks, the airmen before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warrior airmen with the foundation to serve in the world's greatest Air Force. Once these airmen leave basic military training, they will enter Airmen's Week, where they will develop their critical thinking skills and further personalize their Air Force core values. Ladies and gentlemen, please focus your attention to the right as two F-16C Falcons render a flying salute to our Air Force. Technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the Air Force. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure that they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment while maintaining home station readiness. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the U.S. military, and even smaller percentage in the United States Air Force. You should be proud of their accomplishments thus far. The airmen before you have reached a milestone in their Air Force journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. These airmen are the future of our Air Force and will pave the way for future generations of airmen as we continue to fly, fight, and win. all of our squadron honor graduates, as well as their families. Basic military training honor graduates distinguish themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all airmen graduating in their class. The exceptional personal dedication, integrity, service before self, and sustained excellence these airmen displayed throughout basic military training earned them this outstanding distinction. As the airmen march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to thank the families and friends who are here in support of the airmen graduating today. Your words of encouragement help motivate these airmen through 7.5 weeks of basic military training. On behalf of the United States Air Force and Air Force Basic Military Training, we extend our thanks to the many families and friends of American airmen for your support of your airmen and the greatest air power the world has ever known.
U.S. flags down!
Colonel Connell will now come forward and address our graduated airmen.
Good morning. What a great South Texas day to be among 700 plus brand new airmen. On behalf of the 20 Rough Riders of the 91st Missile Wing, we're honored to be part of this special day. I'd like to start with thanking all the family and friends that are here. What you see before you is a transformation from what you saw 7.5 weeks ago, but the foundation of what they are all begins with you. So if we could, just a round of applause for the family and friends that are here. To all the veterans that are here and joining us today, please stand. Thank you for your service. We walk in your shadows, and we only get to do this because of you, so thank you so much for your service. To the military training instructors here, to the over 500 military training instructors that build our airmen from U.S. citizens to airmen, thank you for what you do. Everything that you do is the foundation of our United States Air Force. So I say thank you for that. Thank you from the operational wings out in the Air Force for what you're sending us. To you airmen, over 700 airmen joining the long blue line today. First of all, congratulations. Well done. Airmen, I will tell you to relish in today. It happens one time. This is a special day. So all those pictures that mom and dad or your significant other want to take, smile at every last one of them, because it only happens once. We use the term, and you've heard it recently, airman. That's not something to take lightly. That is a title that you have earned over the last 7.5 weeks, and you will carry with you for the rest of your life, whether you're in uniform or out of uniform. The military training instructors that you've spent the last 7.5 weeks have instilled 3 values in you. Integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all you do. That's the foundation of every airman that has and will serve in the United States Air Force. So embrace those 4 values as airmen. Those values will form the foundation of everything you do for the rest of your life. The training instructors have given you the foundation and the tools to excel in the Air Force. But what you do with them from here on out is up to you. Are you ready for the challenge? I hope so, because I'm ready for you. So, airmen, I have one question for you. Are you ready to join the ranks of the world's greatest Air Force? I don't know about you, but I think they're ready.
stand. Colonel Connor will now administer the oath of enlistment.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
Against all enemies, foreign and
against
domestic.
all enemies,
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
That I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States
And the orders of the officers appointed over me.
and the orders of the officers appointed over me,
According to the regulations in the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
according to the regulations of the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Airmen, and welcome to the World Trade Center.
Thank you, Colonel Connor. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as our newest airmen recite the Airman's Creed and remain in place for the departure of our official party. I am an American airman.
I am a warrior. I have answered my nation's call. I am an American airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American airman, guardian of freedom and justice, my nation's sword and shield, its century and avenger. I defend my country with my life. I am an American airman, breathing, bleeding warrior. I'll never leave them behind. I'll never falter. And I will not fail.
Thank you. Please be